Today you are going to start to build the background behind your owl. If you have everything for the owl completed, you're ready for this next step. First, before you do the background, let's make sure you have the tree trunk. That should be a long brown rectangle. You should have several triangles on top of that for texture for the tree trunk. Your owl should have indications of feathers with the crescents. You should have the toes, the wings, the double gray circles for the eyes, a hidden gray oval behind that. This oval kind of sticks out below here. You have your rounded triangle for the beak, two half ovals for the eyebrows. And if you designed yours differently, that's fine. I just want to make sure you have a completed looking owl. Now what we're going to do is go to this shape here. It's like two diamonds on top of each other. These are the layers. I want you to click on that. And then I want you to go to this plus, create new layer. We're going to make a new layer, and this is going to be called the sky. So I want you to click on where it says layer 2 and type in sky. And we're going to pull this layer, you're going to press hard and pull it down below layer 1. We want this behind the bird, okay? So what we want to do now is go to the rectangle. We're going to make a dark blue sky. So I use this one. You can also use this one, either one, or this one. Just pick a dark blue. And we are going to click and drag behind the owl, like that. And your paper should be vertical so that you can fit everything in. If it's not, raise your hand and I'll help you copy and paste it to a new document. But this should be vertical. You can round the corners if you like. That's kind of a style preference. It's up to you. I tend to do that with this one, so it's up to you if you want to do that. All right, so there's my sky. I need to add in some stars. The stars are hidden here behind the rectangle tool. You can press the rectangle, go down to the star tool, and choose white. I forgot. Before you do that, you have to deselect the background. There we go. So I went to my selection tool. I tapped the gray desktop to release that selection. Now I'll go to my star, change the color to white, and I can just click and drag, zoom in. You can decide how many stars you'd like to have. We're going to add some mountains, so don't go too far down because you'll need to save some room. All right, we need to add clouds and a moon. For the clouds, let's create a few of the ellipse shapes. So I go to my ellipse, and they're going to start off white, but I'm going to make them gray. So I'm going to make a couple of overlapping ovals. And I'm going to use these three shapes. Okay, let's go to my selection tool. I'm going to select all three of these. I'm going to remove the black outline. Remember, the outline is the box with the opening. Go to that, choose no outline because I don't want the outline there. And I'll probably need to do that for all the stars as well. So if you have that on your stars, you'll need to go through and remove those outlines. But it looks like it's already one shape, but I would like to be able to move this as one group. So I'm going to click on each shape while holding the shift key on the keyboard, and I'm going to go to my shape builder and merge all these together. So drawing a line through all of these shapes now makes them one shape, so I can move it easily. So I have one cloud, and I could copy and paste that one, or I could make another one. I don't want it perfectly white. I want it slightly gray. It is a nighttime scene. This light gray works. All right, I'll copy and paste it. Not the owl. I want the cloud shape. I'll tuck it behind the trees. I think I'll do that again. I'll paste it again, and then I'll make sure I touch just the clouds. There we go. And I'll make them smaller. You can also flip your shapes if you want to do that. If you go to properties and you see this double line here, you can flip them in different directions. All right, the next thing is to add the moon shape, and we know how to do that. We'll go to our crescent, and we will make a crescent by overlapping two ovals. So I'm going to make one oval and then place another one on top. And I'm holding my shift key, going to the selection tool, touching both, and then going to my shape builder and holding option and removing the top part. So there's my moon. I'm going to make it yellow. Okay, and I'm going to rotate that and place it somewhere in the sky. Okay, this is the sky layer. The next layer we want to add is going to be the mountains. You're going to create those mountains with a series of triangles. You can start that today by making 3 different triangles with 3 different colors. And then we'll add snow with rectangles that are manipulated with the perspective distort. Remember that the perspective distort, if you make a rectangle, you are going to, let's say, make a rectangle like this, press letter E on the keyboard, and go down to the free distort and manipulate those shapes. Okay, experiment with that, and if you need me to make an exact video, I will. All right, let's go. Let's make the background.